Yo, what's up guys? We got pokeaim here today with another Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl moveset video guide on how to use AZELF or AZELF, however you want to say it. I was going to cover this one with Uxie as well as Mesprit, but I decided to do them in separate videos just because of time's sake. As you guys know, this week and next week, incredibly busy for me, especially with Pokemon Legends Arceus coming out and just a lot of real life things. But if you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure you let me know by leaving a like. I appreciate the comments as well of letting me know which Pokemon you'd like to see next. I will be covering Uxie and Mesprit this week for sure though. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe. I'm on my way to 300k. That is my end of the year goal. I'm uploading 2 to 3 Pokemon videos a day. Wi-Fi battles, moveset guides, showdown lives, all lot of stuff. So talking videos, just all that stuff. So if you enjoy Pokemon content, feel free to subscribe. Now AZELF, one of the greatest leads of all time. It's typically coined as a suicide lead, and by that I mean that it is supposed to set up hazards and die and prevent the opponent from setting up hazards themselves. So the first set of AZELF is just that. This is lead AZELF. Now the idea is you are very fast, only speed tying with Pokemon like Starmie, but you're faster than Latios, faster than Garchomp, faster than Infernape, a whole bunch of threats. So you use this on like an offensive team. Typically AZELF would be the member you pair on a team that you have with Dragon Dance for Alligator, with Swords Dance Scizor, because these are very offensive teams, right? Scarf for Swords Dance Garchomp, Salicberry Garchomp, Tailgo Manaphy, they all pair really well with lead AZELF just because this Pokemon's job is to get up hazards and then die, right? And then also make sure your opponent cannot either defog or rapid spin or set up their own hazards on it. So the way you lead AZELF is you have Focus Sash, so you guarantee to live at least one hit from something. If they have a lead that can Stealth Rock, you taunt it, then you get up your own Stealth Rock. If you are actually able to force out something like Scizor as well, because they should fear Fire move, then you can get up Stealth Rock on your own regardless, and then later boom on something. But the set is typically going to be Taunt, Stealth Rock, Explosion, and Fire Blast, especially if you are playing with this Pokemon in the OU tier, which it happens to be. Fire Blast is only there because it can nuke Scizor, the best defogger in OU, right? It's one of the best Pokemon in OU. So Fire Blast is there for that. Taunt, Stealth Rock are a given. You have max attack because Explosion is 250 base power, and AZELF is incredibly strong. AZELF is incredibly strong, right? This Explosion knocks out offensive Starmies. It will do a ton to Latios as well. It does so much to Latios. And also, obviously, crippling Blissey too. So if you can get this thing in on a bulkier Pokemon as well, you can taunt them, stop them from Calm Money Up, stop them from wishing, stop them from doing whatever they want to do, status move, set up your Stealth Rock, and then explode on them, and then let your teammate come out and put in work. Again, great offensive partners are Belly Drum Azu, Swords Dance Breloom, Swords Dance Crawdon. Dragonite is good, Dragonite, and Bandit Dragonite. You know, Dragon Dance for Alligator, just the list goes on and on. This is a more offensive Pokemon. You're going to put it on an offensive team just to set up Stealth Rock for you. The thing it has over Aerodactyl is that it's not weak to Stealth Rock. It doesn't go down to like Bullet Punch, at least like Aerodactyl's it's weak to it. And the Explosion plus Fire Blast are really big things. Aerodactyl can have Fire Blast, but it's way weaker, and it actually doesn't even threaten Scizor too much, because Scizor can actually roost it off, though it could taunt it. And this Explosion is really nice. Just be able to get up hazards and run away. So, of course, next up you have Choice Scarf AZELF. Now, Choice Scarf AZELF is interesting, but the idea behind Choice Scarf AZELF, and you can run Explosion on this set too over one of the moves if you really want to, probably over Thunderbolt. But the idea behind Choice Scarf AZELF is that you are revenge killing very common Choice Scarfers like Infernape, or also Scarf Breloom. You can even use it to revenge kill Scarf Gengar as well as a regular Alakazam, simply because you have U-turn, you're faster. So the idea of using it is just with a revenge killer. You want to pair this with hazards. Spike Skarmory is nice, obviously. Stealth Rock Gliscor is really cool for the U-turn momentum as well. And again, you're using this to just pick up surprise KOs and just U-turn around the team. Psychic is your main thing. You're knocking out Gengar. Obviously, it's your main stat. U-turn gives you momentum. Also gives you a super effective hit versus Latios that it doesn't appreciate. And you can use that to U-turn out into like your Togekiss, which is a good partner, or your Scizor, which is a good partner. Even Blissey, to be honest, is a fine partner as well. Things that will take on the special attack, but appreciate AZELF checking setup sweepers, which is why you have Flamethrower. Flamethrower is there for Scizor. You are running max special attack. You could run Fire Blast, but I think on this one, because you are running max special attack, whereas the other one, you are not, you don't have to risk Fire Blast missing. So you have that Flamethrower just to do an insane amount of damage to Scizor anyway, and the cooking Brelooms and things like that. And then Thunderbolt's your last move. And Thunderbolt is cool for Azumarill for hitting them for super effective damage. It's good for Crawdaunt for picking up the KO. It's good for checking Dragonets for Alligator, Empoleons. It's just good for those water types, mainly Manaphy and things like that. Other options, of course, are Energy Ball. Energy Ball can be pretty cool. Dazzling Gleam is an option. I don't like it as much, but it's cool for potentially Weavile if you want. But I think for the most part, you either U-turn. And I think that if you want something else here, you just put Explosion because, again, the damage that Explosion does is really, really, really powerful. I would have a Choice Band set on here, but because AZELF doesn't currently have access to Zen Headbutt, I don't think it's worth it. But otherwise, the set would be U-turn, Explosion, Zen Headbutt, and then when it gets Ice Punch, you'd put Ice Punch there. But it doesn't get it at the moment. So next up, we're going to be using that base 125 special attack on a Choice Specs set. Now, Choice Specs AZELF is a breaker. It hits incredibly hard. And the benefit of this over Gengar and Latios is just faster, right? It's faster than those two, and it at least speed ties with Starmie and can knock it out. So on this one, I like Fire Blast on the spec set simply because Heatrans are running Flame Body for the most part, not Flash Fire. So you actually do a really nice chunk to them with Fire Blast, and obviously you nuke all forms of Scizor with Fire Blast. Fire Blast, Psychic, Thunderbolt, again, for those bulky waters. And I like Dazzling Gleam on this one because as Specs AZELF, I think you should be able to hit Latios for an insane amount of damage, which Specs Dazzling Gleam does. It also can pick up the KO on Weavile after Stealth Rock, and it's also good for picking up the KO on Crawdaunt while still hitting Breloom, while also hitting Garchomp and Dragonite for super effective damage, giving AZELF just the means of doing damage. On this one, again, Spikes or Stealth Rock based teams. Obviously, I mean, you should always have Stealth Rock, but this is going to be function kind of like Latios in a sense, where you're going to be, except it can't switch into Scizor on it, right? You can still switch into Blissey, but it's going to function like Latios, right? You're going to have Volt Turn and U-turn partners like Scizor, Gliscor, and Rotom, right? They're just fantastic partners for it, whereas you also want them as pivots to take the hits coming out of AZELF. So if your team feels weak to Gengar and you know they're not Scarf, you feel good for Scarf Gengar, but Specs Gengar is something you feel really scared of, which you should be because that is probably one of the best Pokemon in OU right now. Specs AZELF can be cool as a breaker. Really only Blissey and some variations of Heatran can take hits from this thing because everything else is 2-hit KO'd or one-shot by Specs AZELF. And lastly, we have Nasty Plot Mix AZELF. Now, to be honest, you don't even have to have Nasty Plot here if you don't want to. You could make this one of the coverage moves, but Life Orb Nasty Plot Explosion is really interesting because Explosion Raw KOs Latios, right? It just KOs Latios. It's insane how much it does. So it KOs Latios, and it also does like, well, you know what? We have the benefit of the showdown calculator here, so I can show you this. This is AZELF and Explosion Nasty Plot, the exact same set. So as you can see right now, I couldn't believe this calc, but like that's regular Explosion, right? It's like minus one. Am I missing something here? No. So it does 113 to 133%, which is absolutely insane. I couldn't believe it. And then Blissey, defensive Blissey takes 71 to 84%. So if you are running a team of Pokemon like Gengar, Latios, just special attackers, right, that really struggle with Blissey, Nasty Plot Mix AZELF is really cool because look how much you're doing. You Psychic, if Stealth Rock it up, you Psychic into Explosion, Blissey dies, right? Or you Nasty Plot up, as Blissey comes in, you Psychic them first, they Thunder Wave you, you are still faster after they Thunder Wave, you explode and you kill them. So this is a really cool mixed wall breaker. And it's also nice because Special Defensive Clefable cannot take Psychic plus Explosion from this. Physically Defensive Clefable cannot take 2 Psychics from this Pokemon. And Tangrowth, which is a physical wall, obviously can't take Flamethrowers. I have Flamethrower on this one just because you have the Life Orb and the Nasty Plot boost, so you don't need Fire Blast. Even Gliscor does not appreciate a +2 Psychic. You can die after Stealth Rock easily. So this just becomes a very threatening wall breaker. So if you feel like your team is weaker to Blissey and you want to pair this with other Psychics like Alakazam as well, or just in general, you want to be able to wall break, you definitely want to pair this with things that can deal with Heatran though. So Rotom, again, great pivot. All around, always a great partner. Bulky waters like Manaphy, bulky offensive waters like Manaphy that appreciate Blissey being gone. I think that's an excellent partner for this set too, just because again, getting rid of Blissey in particular and getting rid of the walls in particular is awesome. So you don't necessarily need Nasty Plot, but I like its ability to boost past and defeat Gliscor, and also you're just smashing things like, you know, Clefable with Psychic into Explosion or Psychic into Psychic. If it's unaware physically defensive, it dies Psychic into Psychic. If it's unaware special defensive, it dies from Psychic into Explosion. So just a really cool mix AZELF set that allows you to break through a lot of the tier. Other options for AZELF, Extra Belt for sure can work, but I like I like the added power of Life Orb right now, especially with Clefable and Blissey being everywhere. Drain Punch could be interesting as well, like a substitute set to not only get your health back, but also knock out Weavile and 2-hit KO Blissey, which again looks really cool, and also deal with Heatran, but you have to worry about Flame Body. Thunder Wave can work on the lead sets. You can use Shadow Ball over Dazzling Gleam, but I like Dazzling Gleam's ability to hit Dark types better. Whereas the ghost types you hit with Shadow Ball, you already smack with Psychic anyway, at least when it comes to OU. But that's basically all I have for you guys today with AZELF. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe for more Pokemon content. And I'll see you guys later today with the Showdown Live featuring Babero and OU, as well as a Wi-Fi battle. So, peace guys.